If it is not southeastern governors, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in the prison. Who ordered Buhari? Who asked Buhari to bring soldiers for Python dance? Who asked Buhari to come in Nnamdi Kanu house to come and assassinate him? The people of the southeast should begin to ask questions. All these governors that are trying to tell you that they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu's release, they are not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu release. What they are doing has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu's release. If you don't believe what I'm saying, show me the evidence. Show me the evidence of their agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Absolutely no, we are not seeing it. We are not seeing it because the documents are there. The letters who people wrote to federal government to proscribe ipob are there. You people called Buhari to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. The letters are there. When Nnamdi Kanu, when the soldiers invaded his house, he ran away. You people were still asking the federal government to get him apprehended for wherever he is. And they eventually kidnapped him. They brought him back. You people perpetrated all this act. It is you people that have done all these things. Now, the same people who have done all these things are going back there to tell the federal government, you people have to release Nnamdi Kanu. It's like the security in the southeast. If you people release Nnamdi Kanu, I think the security will reduce. And you told the federal government before that if they arrest Nnamdi Kanu, that the whole insecurity in the southeast will end. If after telling him that arresting Nnamdi Kanu will make the insecurity to end, why did you now come out again and begin to tell him to release Nnamdi Kanu so that the insecurity is going to end? It is important for Nigeria to focus on the solution to our current problem, because I know we are not focusing on the solution at all, because we did what we are supposed to do and we are doing the opposite thing. How can you tell me that someone that God has freed is still in the detention and nobody feel like saying the truth? I see the politicians from the southeast. Sometimes I don't know how all these politicians think. I don't know how all these politicians reason. The House of Rep members, the senators, the 15 lawmakers that are writing letter, what they are saying is that Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu so that, and let it be a political solution, so that now if Nnamdi Kanu come out, the security in the southeast will be over, and so on and so forth. They are not saying anything about the issue. The issue is that a competent court have released Nnamdi Kanu. If you people want to do this thing democratically, you people want to respect the rule of law, why did you not leave Nnamdi Kanu when court discharged him? That is the question. Why is it that the federal government did not leave Nnamdi Kanu when the Court of Appeal discharged him? That is the question they're supposed to be asking the federal government. I am seeing people going to beg, going to do this, going to do that. Oh, anyway, it is on their own move. It is on their own opinion. They know what they are doing. But as far as I'm concerned, they are not doing anything that is yielding result. Today is the 7th of July, 2024. You know what that means? If we have people who speak and the federal government listen, if we have people who have solution to the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, I think by now he's supposed to have been released. He's supposed to have been released. The Meitiana leader, it doesn't take time, they release him. You know, silently they free him. Omoyo Nation, they show already they withdraw his case. Silently they free him. Sunday Igboho, they withdraw his case, they quash it. Silently they free him. Boko Haram members, they withdraw their case. Silently they free them. The bandits that were caught, they withdraw their case. Silently they free them. But when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu issue, you know what happened? They said this one cannot go because this one is representing a cause. This one is representing the southeastern people. This one is representing this. This one is representing that. We can't let this one go. And the southeastern politicians are yet to understand the game that is going on. They are yet to understand what is going on. But all of them, they are there gallivanting, going to Aso Rock. See, I don't get to know whatever they are thinking or whatever they are doing. As far as I'm concerned, if they are trying their best is not enough. They have not done anything because there is a language that federal government understand. That is the language of opposition. As a politician, as a senator, you come out to speak and call the spade a spade. You people are not spade a spade. You people will see a spade, you call it biro. How would they trust the people? So many Igbo politicians have betrayed their own people. So many of them have gone to the north before the campaign. Tell them that if I become a governor, I will make sure I will allow the cattle rearers to come. I will protect the interests of the north. We are one Nigeria. How would they believe you when you are going there to negotiate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? When you have sold your people, how would they believe you? So these are the issues that we must treat. These are the issues that we must understand. I have not seen anybody that come out categorically to tell me why Nnamdi Kanu has not been released up to now. What has he done? That is the question. What has he done? Oh, people said that he did broadcast, he ordered people to go and do this, he ordered people to go and do this. I was just laughing. Osita Christian, welcome. He says, my brother, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not released is because what they are telling Nnamdi Kanu is to leave Biafra, and Nnamdi Kanu say no. Osita Christian says all this governor is not going for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. So that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And the greatest mistake that all these governors will make is for them to, to negotiate Nnamdi Kanu's release with the Biafra agitation. If they are going there to tell the president, or they are going there to tell the federal government that once Nnamdi Kanu comes out, that Nnamdi Kanu is going to stop Biafra agitation, it's not going to happen. Me and you know that it's not going to happen. So I don't really know the reason why they are trying to do all sort of things. They are going to Aso Rock. They say they want to negotiate. They say they want to do this. They want to do that. But all those things doesn't matter at all. What matters is they then call the spade and spade and understand what they are doing. If all the whole things they are doing, going there to do this and do that is not working, meaning they should think twice. It is time for them to begin to think twice. Because what is going on, see, they are not holding Nnamdi Kanu. They are trying to ridicule them that are Southeastern politicians. They are trying to ridicule them. They are trying to laugh them. Just imagine where so many lawmakers wrote a letter to a president, and president ignored it. Ohaneze Ndigbo, the apex sociocultural group of the Igbos, they wrote a letter to the president ignored it. No level. No level. You cannot sell your own people and come out. The person that bought your people will trust you. They won't trust you. That is what is going on at this moment. So many politicians from the southeastern Nigeria, they have sold their people in quest of entering into power. And today, they are running up and down saying they are going for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. As far as I'm concerned, they are not going for anybody's release. They know what they are doing. They are playing political game. They try to tell people that they are going, they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu's release. They are doing this, they are doing that. Who are they trying to deceive? As far as I'm concerned, they are not going for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Obina Mwagugbo, okay, good morning, welcome. He says they connived with Nigeria to keep him there because of what they are getting from the federal government. No, what really happened is that at the beginning, it was the southeastern governors who, at the very first time, who pushed Buhari to proscribe Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB. IPOB was very peaceful organization. Even though they are doing protests, they will be blowing whistle. They don't even carry stick. They don't even carry gun. Armless people. And the southeastern governors connived with Buhari. They started doing all this python dance. They started doing all sort of things. And now, the same people who colluded with the federal government to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, they are now going to beg for Nnamdi Kanu release. How do you think federal government will honor them? How do you think Buhari will look at them? Someone like Hope Uzodinma, someone like Soludo. How can the federal government look at them, condemn Nnamdi Kanu release? The same people who asked the federal government to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, the same people who perpetrated the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, how can they tell the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu? You sold your brother, you sold your people, and now you are asking for the money you used to sell your brother. The position, they help you to enter that position. The first time Hope Uzodinma entered as a governor, it was Supreme Court that rigged the, I won't call it rigging. It was Supreme Court that gave him the governorship seat. And you think that it is ordinary. He aligned with the cause, and they colluded. They kept Nnamdi Kanu in prison. And now they see that water don't pass Gary. They see that everything, nothing is now going on. It is not going well for them. The insecurity is beyond them. Everything is beyond them. And they are seeing more agitation for the sovereign state of Biafra. The only thing they can do now is for them to start calling for Nnamdi Kanu release. So I believe federal government will be laughing at them. You can't sell your brother and come and ask for the change. But for the very first time, who asks you to collude with the federal government to proscribe IPOB? What have they done? Let's call a spade a spade. I followed this Nnamdi Kanu's agitation right from very first time he started Radio Biafra. Then I was following this man. See, the only crime you can say this man committed is his utterance. And if you want to charge him for his utterance, he cannot even go in detention more than 6 months. And he has been there up to 4 years. So what are you talking about? If it is not Southeastern governors, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in the prison. Who ordered Buhari? Who asked Buhari to bring soldiers for python dance? Who asked Buhari to come in Nnamdi Kanu house to come and assassinate him? The people of the Southeast should begin to ask questions. All these governors that are trying to tell you that they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu's release, they are not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu release. What they are doing has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu's release. If you don't believe what I'm saying, show me the evidence. Show me the evidence of their agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Absolutely no, we are not seeing it. We are not seeing it because the documents are there. The letters who people wrote to federal government to proscribe IPOB are there. You people called Buhari to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. The letters are there. When Nnamdi Kanu, when the soldiers invaded his house, he ran away. You people were still asking the federal government to get him apprehended for wherever he is. And they eventually kidnapped him. They brought him back. You people perpetrated all this act. It is you people that have done all these things. Now, the same people who have done all these things are going back there to tell the federal government, you people have to release Nnamdi Kanu. It's like the security in the Southeast. If you people release Nnamdi Kanu, I think the security will reduce. And you told the federal government before that if they arrest Nnamdi Kanu, that the whole insecurity in the Southeast will end. If after telling him that arresting Nnamdi Kanu will make the insecurity to end, why did you now come out again and begin to tell him to release Nnamdi Kanu so that the insecurity is going to end? So it is a very unfortunate something that the Southeastern governors have done. They did something that is absolutely disgusting before, and now they are regretting. They should be regretting about everything they have done. You proscribe IPOB. You make sure that they kidnap your brother. You make sure that they detain your brother. And at the end, you are going to Astro Rock. You people are gathering for the first time since. Gathering together and say, we want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And you think the federal government is going to look at you as good people. No level. Southeastern governors, Southeastern politicians, most of them no level. Now, boy, they be. Because these people, they brought themselves so low in quest of power, because they were seeking for the power that if they did not win, Supreme Court is going to help them. So what is going on today is the fault of the Southeastern governors. I don't even want people to begin to call Tinubu, begin to call the federal government. The federal government, they were on their own. They were on their own when Southeastern governors begin to tell them to proscribe IPOB. They were on their own. The federal government, Buhari was on his own before they started telling him to, Southeastern governors started telling him to deal with Nnamdi Kanu. They started reporting everything, and Buhari stepped in. As Buhari stepped in, Nnamdi Kanu have to face Buhari and started dealing with Buhari, started using so many derogatory words against Buhari, and Buhari now took offense from there. So the genesis of everything that has happened is from the Southeast politicians. The Southeast politicians, they don't mean well for their people. I know that this is not limited to Southeast politicians anyways. It's almost the whole politicians in Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is that either you like it or not, the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, it was caused by Southeastern politicians, the same people who is now trying to say that they are trying to get him released. They are saying they want to get him released. But by the way, you cannot lock, you padlock something, you lock a door, you lock something, and you throw the key away, and you follow people to begin to look for the key, and you are the one that locked it. If it was not Southeastern governor who wrote to the federal government to proscribe IPOB, that IPOB is gaining strength, that IPOB is telling them not to vote, that IPOB is telling them not to do all these things, that IPOB is going to overpower them, that they should make sure they arrest Nnamdi Kanu, they should make sure they apprehend him, they should make sure they proscribe it. They did all sorts of things. And, Buhari have, an ancient hatred for Igbos. Buhari stepped in, proscribed IPOB, people who were agitating freely, just ordinary protesting, they sent military. I have the video, I still have the video up to today, where the soldiers were telling people who are doing peaceful protests to enter inside dirty water, inside the mud. I was watching them. So many of them, they asked them to put their eyes into the mud. They asked them to be swimming in the mud. What have they done? Because they are just protesting peacefully. The fear that gripped Southeastern governors was because they knew that IPOB was overpowering them. Political influence and otherwise, they don't have power any longer. They saw that Nnamdi Kanu is having this, people, is convincing people above them. The only thing they could do is to make sure that they stop this man by all means. Nnamdi Kanu has never carried any weapon, but we know people who are carrying weapons. I'm just giving you the story of how many Boko Haram members, both the people they charged to court, federal government withdrew the case. They withdrew the case, set them free. They gave them house. They put them into the military. And there your brother is languishing in the cell, and you are happy. And you are just coming out to say that you are calling for his release. See, this is not time for you to deceive people any longer, because we are following the trends. We are following the story. We know where this trend started beating you people. We know where this trend started beating you people. When Nnamdi Kanu started his agitation, he started by saying that they should restructure Nigeria. He started by asking questions. Why do we not have seaport in the southeast? 90% of importation that is being made in this country is being made by Igbos. Why do you have to, do only seaport in Lagos? When you do seaport in Lagos, then we'll now transport goods from Lagos to the east. Why can't you stop a seaport in the east? Why is it that we don't have this? We don't have that? That is the question the young man was asking then. And people pick offense because he was saying the truth. And people follow anyone who is speaking the truth. So people were following Nnamdi Kanu. Then, before they started doing all this proscribing, it was when the Southeastern governors forced Buhari to step in on Nnamdi Kanu case. That was when Nnamdi Kanu now faced Buhari and started saying so many things against Buhari. I am not going to blame the man. Someone who is fighting, who is agitating, who is fighting for his right. He's not carrying gun. Only thing he have is his words. So he was using his words to fight for himself. So if you are just joining, good morning. We are talking about the reason for the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu and why the Southeastern politicians are not in the place to call for Nnamdi Kanu release, because they are the one that put Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And I'm saying that people should call federal government in NATO, because federal government did not contribute to the arrest and detention of Nnamdi Kanu and not. It was Southeastern politicians that have the evidence who, first of all, proscribed IPOB before the federal government now proscribed IPOB. It was the same Southeastern politicians who mastermind the first arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, who mastermind the military invading his house to assassinate him. They are the same people who masterminded that he should be kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria. And now it is the same people who are calling for Nnamdi Kanu release. Mr. Kingsley Ikeka, good morning, welcome. Say good, you're right, my brother. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining in. Saved by Grace, good morning, welcome. He said, God bless you for all you do for the Igbo nation. Thank you. That is all we do for the truth, because it's only truth that can set us free. But unfortunately, people don't know the truth. People like to believe in lies or believe in what is trending. They don't like to believe the truth. But it is only the truth that can save anyone. Bright Ugo, good morning and welcome. Osita Christian say, bros, can you tell me who remain to call for Nnamdi Kanu release? It's only devil remain in the world to call for Nnamdi Kanu release. So that is what I'm saying. Everyone has called for the Nnamdi Kanu release. The first question I'm asking is, who carried out Nnamdi Kanu's detention? John Ugochukwu, good morning, welcome. Who carried out Nnamdi Kanu's detention? That is the first question we have to ask ourselves. Who carried out Nnamdi Kanu's detention? Because you cannot arrest somebody and detain the person. And you have terms and conditions why you detain the person. You people told Buhari that if Nnamdi Kanu is not arrested, if he is not detained, that southeastern Nigeria will never be good. That if Nnamdi Kanu is not being arrested, that southeastern Nigeria will be full of insecurity. You people died against Nnamdi Kanu. And after arresting Nnamdi Kanu, detaining him, doing him bad, you people now come to realize that this man is no reason why you people are having insecurity. Since he has been arrested, do we still have insecurity? Yes, it increased. So he is not the reason why people were having all these insecurity challenges. The evidence is there. Osita Christian says Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a very big problem to Nigeria government because the plan of the Fulani did not go well to Igbo land. Kingsley Ikeka said, and the governors are now regretting it now. They didn't know that it will change like this, of course. And you see, if there is any other people that hate Nnamdi Kanu from different parts of the country, it is because of his resistance against people who are parabolating with cows. You know, Nnamdi Kanu is one of the reasons why I set up Eastern Security Network then, the vigilante group that went into the bush to make sure they chase out kidnappers. Everything Nnamdi Kanu fought today is what Nigeria is about to start fighting now. What he saw before is what we are doing now. People criticize Nnamdi Kanu because he said that the cattle rearers shouldn't do open grazing. That they shouldn't, you know, carry cow from Sokoto to the south on the road, doing all sort of things like that. People hated him. People talked bad against him. They said he wants Nigeria division, that he don't mean well for Nigeria. But guess what? The bill that is dividing the Senate today is open grazing bill. They now want to pass the bill into law. And that is the reason why they hated Nnamdi Kanu so many years ago. People don't want to tell you the truth why Nnamdi Kanu continuous detention is there. Because this is the man who saw the future of Nigeria and everything that is going to happen today. Today, now in the news, the Afenifere and the Yoruba elders, they are now raising an alarm. They are crying out that the bandits have taken their bush. Again, this is not the first time. And this is what Nnamdi Kanu have won before. If, just imagine if Nigeria has hearkened to what so many things Nnamdi Kanu said. Maybe there might be some things that he said that will not be acceptable to people, no problem. But if 90%, majority of the things he said, if we have hearkened to it, today we will not be having all these problems we are having. Now, the open grazing bill is dividing the Senate because some northern politicians who have cartels, who are making sure that they are, you know, supporting all these bandits, they are there saying open grazing bill can't work. They say it can't work. That the cows, they are not supposed to be restricted not to move in Nigeria. So the Senate president is now asking them, cattle or cows, are they citizens? Are they citizens of Nigeria? That is a question they have not answered up to today. If you said that all the whole Nigeria, they have right to move, the cows are not citizens. But that is the same thing that made them to hate Nnamdi Kanu. All these Semeti and cattle rearers, at a time they put a bounty of 100 million upon Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu asked them not to bring cattle on foot, destroying farmland, destroying everything. And today, things are very expensive. Food commodities, you can't even buy food because of the same insecurity that this man have been talking about since. And nobody listened to him. His own people hated him. His own politicians gang up against him. They put him in prison, and today they are now calling for his release. We know everything, but everybody is focusing on, you know, Nnamdi Kanu's release. Let him be free first. It's not that we don't know how everything played out. We know the stories are there, the documents are there. They keep on writing, they keep on disturbing Abuja. Arresting Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. Arresting Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. If Nnamdi Kanu is arrested, there will be an election in the southeast. If Nnamdi Kanu is not arrested, there will not be an election in the southeast. That guy is disturbing. That man is disturbing, apprehending, arresting, detain him. What is happening today? The worst that Nnamdi Kanu have risen. And if they like, let them continue to hold Nnamdi Kanu. If they like, let them continue to hold Nnamdi Kanu. What will be, will surely be. What will be, will be. So let me read some comments. If you are just joining, good morning. We are talking about the state of our nation, and today's topic, we are talking about the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu, and why the southeastern governors or politicians have contributed to the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why so many of them don't have voice in calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, there are some politicians. Let me read comment first. Kingsley Ikega says, and the governors are now regretting it now. They didn't know it would change like this. Okay, Saved by Grace says, Nnamdi Kanu revealed the deep secret of the Fulanis in Nigeria. Kingsley Ikega said, Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. He said it all. Yes, absolutely, he said it all. Now, have you people hear from Dave Umahi, the current Minister of Work? You people know Dave Umahi. Have you seen anywhere where Dave Umahi called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? No. Because his conscience is judging him. David Umahi is one of the people who masterminded the first arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Why is he not calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? He's keeping quiet. He's there, keeping quiet. And all he wants is that let this man not come out. All the whole atrocities committed by David Umahi, we have the evidence, we have the videos, both how they arrested journalists that cover what was going on in government house then. So, all these Igbo politicians, I don't want you people to be deceived. Don't think that they are calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They are not doing so. They are not calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They are playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu's detention. They want people to feel and people to believe that, oh, we have done our best. We have called for him to be released. Do not trust what politicians say on social media. There is a meeting before meeting, and there is a meeting after meeting. When politicians come out online to tell you words, they will be asking eloquent in speech. Don't believe every single word they speak. Because before they come out to speak, they had a meeting. What they said in that meeting, they will not say it to media. And after they must have spoken to the media, they will go back to that meeting. And what they transact in that meeting will never be made known to the public. You people don't know what Southeastern politicians, what they are doing against Nnamdi Kanu as of today. You won't know. Forget about what you are seeing in social media. Ask yourself question. No matter what is going on in the country, the whole regional governors cannot come together and ask for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You said the federal government will not release him. You people should think about this. 50 lawmakers cannot ask about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and then Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Think about it. So for them to ask, and he has not been released, meaning what we are seeing on the media is totally different from what we are seeing or what they are doing in the background. What they are doing in the background is totally different from what you are seeing in the media. I am challenging them that if they really mean well, if they really mean what they are saying, let them challenge the federal government. Let them cut Tinubu out. Let them challenge Tinubu. Because there is a difference between you are challenging the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, and or you are saying you are begging, you will just gather and take picture and grand press briefing with demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Is that how to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? You challenge the status quo. If you think that the release of Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to have been taking place since, you have to challenge the status quo. You have to challenge the powers that be. That is where we will know that, oh, you mean what you are saying. As far as I'm concerned, what these people are doing at the back is totally different from what they are doing in your front. They are politicians. We know their strategy. We know whom they are. We know what they do. Politicians are very corny, more corny than snake. These politicians, if they don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, they are ready to be sponsoring insecurity in the southeast. Too. They are very, very ready to be sponsoring insecurity in the southeast. They will sponsor insecurity upon insecurity. They will do all sorts of things. They don't mind. They have the bulletproof car. They have this. They have that. They have everything you can think about. They have it. Their children are not here. Their children are abroad. They will build schools for you. Their children won't go there. These people are desperately wicked. And the earlier we realize their mission, the better for us. Osita Christian said, God, they're just doing us, the Igbo. The more you look, the more you see. If the Igbo politicians are like Ojuku, the federal government dare not to do what they are doing now. During the time of Gowon, When the federal government, when they were doing something that doesn't make sense to southeastern region, that was when Ojukwu threatened them, and they went to Ghana in the city called Aburi. That is where they have Aburi Declaration, where they have Aburi Accord. And when the federal government violated the Aburi Accord, that was what led to Ojukwu declaring the civil war, declaring independence, Biafra independence. He did not declare war per se. He declared the Biafra independence. It was the Nigerian government led by Gowon then that now declared the war against the Biafrans. So, if the southeastern governors, the politicians we have this mentality of Ojukwu, the federal government will not play with them. Because as far as I'm concerned, the federal government is playing with them, old men. They come out and tell Buhari or Tinubu, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Iwanyango, that is the leader of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Yes, Iwanyango is his name, yes. So, he still called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, right? Everybody is just trying to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But for the fact that the federal government is not respecting them, it's a snap. A big snap, and no one is talking about this. It is a big slap. A very big blow to them. I mean governors, governors coming together asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and the federal government will give them slap. They will ignore them. We are looking. We are watching. These people are not in charge. They are not in charge. If you are in charge, we know what politics, we know what political solution is. We know what political solution is. If southeastern governors call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu today, they will release Nnamdi Kanu today. Don't believe what you are seeing on social media. Social media is a place where you see opposite of everything that is. Opposite of everything. Osita Christian says, believe me, this is what we are discussing here. One day you will hear it from Nnamdi Kanu. Believe me. Saved by Grace say, who is fooling who? Okay no ndo gwara okay no na ama na azo no na oguga. Igbo language is a very difficult language for me to read because of my own dialect. So what you are saying is that the rat at home is the one that tells the rat outside that there is a fish in the, whether it's frying pan, I don't know, ngoga, what you people call ngoga. So that is the situation, because the reality of things is that the southeastern governors are to be blamed for everything that is happening today. The game, what they wanted to achieve, what they told the federal government that insecurity in the southeast was caused by Nnamdi Kanu, arrest him, insecurity will finish. After arresting him, insecurity did not finish. And today now, people are still calling so many people to be arrested. They are still declaring people wanted. See, there is a way to fight an idea. That is conflict resolution. So if you really want to settle a conflict, you want to calm a region who is agitating, that are upset down, there are ways to do it, not in this way. Because as far as I'm concerned, everybody now is agitating. Even people who are not part of the southeastern Nigeria. The northerners are agitating, the southwest, they are agitating, everybody now agitating. Agitation is the call of the day. Why? Because nothing is working. Nothing is working. Kingsley Ikeka says, water don't pass Gary, Wahanda don't pass Gary. This one is Wahanda. So, what I'm trying to say is that there is no night now that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. I'm not saying it now. People who have done their best, they have done their best, but their best is not enough, because they are part and parcel of the reason why Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Up to today, I've been waiting for me to hear. Maybe people are waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. How Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. It was his people, among people who also organized it, for him to be kidnapped. So, we have a lot of way to go. We have a lot of way to go. Please tell me what you think about this. Share your opinion. Let us talk together. And you can also call on WhatsApp if you decide to call on a voice call through this number I pinned down here in the comment section. Thank you everyone for joining. If you are just joining, This is my midnight broadcast where we talk about the state of our nation, and we are talking about the prolonged detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Kisney Kiga says Nnamdi Kanu, at the end of the day, there will be nothing like Nigeria. Okay, you said Nnamdi Kanu said at the end of the day, there will be nothing like Nigeria. The truth is that, you see, when you say it like this, that there will not be Nigeria at the end of the day, people will misunderstand you. The truth is that if you are 70 years, you are now in Nigeria, you are a Nigerian, and you are 70 years old, meaning you were not a Nigerian, because Nigeria was amalgamated some years ago, and Nigeria got independence about 60-something years ago. So if you are 70 years, you are not a Nigerian, because you were not born and brought up from Nigeria. So if people now begin to have this knowledge and they understand that if we were not together before, we don't have problem before. No kidnapping, no war, no fight, no bribing, no corruption, nothing. If we were like this before, and after the amalgamation, after the independence, we started fighting each other. In other words, there are some things that we are getting wrong. And for us to get it right, we need to return to the way we were before the amalgamation. We need to return to our regions, our separate countries, our separate ways. We can do that in peace. But the issue with the politicians in Nigeria is, who is going to be the scapegoat? Who is going to do it? Who is going to do it? Nobody wants them to say that he's the one that divides Nigeria. That is why they are ready to kill, to keep it warm. Artificial border that God did not give us. People are ready to kill. After all, God won't kill up to 3 million people just to keep the border that God did not give you together. The border that Britain brought to your doorstep. But the Britain that brought the border to you, up to today, they are still practicing monarchy. They are still practicing referendum. In the same United Kingdom, they have 4 countries. They have the Wales. They have the Scotland. They have the Ireland. They have the Britain. And none of them make up the United Kingdom. And they will come and tell you that you must be one. Our diversity is a great problem, a very serious problem.